Okay, now that we have the iGrid Evo Strat, our second strategy that's built and the group has been using now this week, uh, I myself have now I've got two machines or two boxes. I call PCs boxes. Sorry if I'll say boxes in videos and people are like, what are you talking about? You're running an optimization on a box. Well, I'm not talking about a cardboard box. I'm talking about a box, which is a slang term for PC. Uh, I just picked that up from hedge fund guys when, I go into their office and they say, "Oh yeah, we're running this on that box and that box," and theirs are actually like they were like little server boxes, but in my office it's i7 chipped gamer type boxes, and they work just great for doing optimization stuff. But I just want to touch upon, I did a video in the past. Let me show you that video. It's really kind of an important video. Okay, over at the Grid Algo YouTube channel about 2 weeks back, I did a video called iGrid Evo Daily Profit Goal Approach, trading for a daily goal objective. And I just want to say that some of the optimization work I'm working on is to come up with the best math and metrics that I can come up with so that, like this example, where all year long uh, there was the ability to make a daily profit objective without hitting a daily loss limit. And I've always been a proponent of trading that way. So some of the optimization work I'm doing is for 150K accounts with MNQs, and then 300K accounts with NQs or possibly MNQs to do just this. So that basically all the prop trading that I'm doing will transition all to completely automated, and I don't need to go make 30K on a 300K prop account and then shoot videos of it where I'm screaming at the screen. I don't want to do that. I'll go watch kit plane construction and backcountry flying videos of guys taking off and landing in 100 feet or less, or I'll go watch adventure bike, you know, guys, riding, Ducati deserts or BMW GS on beautiful trails in the southwestern U.S. I'd rather be watching that during the day than sitting there trying to get 30K and screaming at my screen on a 300K account a couple of times. Just that's not what I'm trying to do here with the automated. The automated is trying to go along the lines of systematic, methodical, and boring. So take everything you're doing, make it systematic, execute it in a methodical, regimented daily routine fashion, and make your trading boring. So the more boring you make your trading, the more money you're going to make. That's absolutely for sure. So when it becomes boring and systematic and methodical, that's where you have the ability to rack and stack more and more accounts and make the money off trading more accounts. And with the trade copiers available now, between the trade copier from Affordable Indicators for NT8, the trade copier available through Apex Investing, and there's other ones out there. The ability to take what you're doing on one platform and duplicate it across many accounts is profound. And there's other ones out there too. I just found out about something new. Was it yesterday? That was like, oh my gosh, somebody has that now. I was like, wow, I didn't know you had that. So it's like, uh, the technology side of things is becoming amazing. So a retail guy can do some pretty significant trading on a day-to-day basis just off one PC with an i7 chip in it, running Windows 11 with an NT8 platform and a trade copier, or trading on a server through a VPS service with your NT8 running there and your trade copier. You can do some amazing things, and then duplicate that, duplicate it again and again and again across more and more prop accounts. But that is some of the optimization work that I'm doing, is along the lines of targeting this approach. Not saying it's the only way to trade. I just want you to be aware of this, especially if you're in the beginning phase of automating. Just go for simple, do everything on a 150K account, maybe the first couple of weeks to make $350 a day. And then the next 2 weeks after that, as you expand and look at more data, do some of your own optimization, validate some of the data I'm putting out, then maybe the next 2 weeks after that, get something that's going for 400 a day, and on and on and on. And maybe eventually you're up to something that's getting 700 a day per 150K account. Do you really need to make more than 700 or 750 a day in a 150K account? I mean, why? Just make the money across a broader range of accounts and make your exposure to the market as minimal as possible so that you can get to a daily number of trades average before you hit your profit objective on the day to be somewhere down around 1.5 to 1.8 trades or less. Meaning that, like, if you go look at the last 6 months, the system settings you're on for the time frame you're on for the instrument you're trading, you're getting done each day on average with about 1.8 trades or less. If you can be doing that and you're getting that 700 a day or 750 a day without ever hitting about $1,000, dollar daily loss limit or 1,100 daily loss limit, you're doing fantastic. And then you can keep tweaking it or doing a continual process improvement program on your end from there to keep making what you're doing safer and safer and more reliable from trade copier technology, data feed, internet quality standpoint. So some of the optimization I'm doing is not just on Renkos. That's another thing. You don't have to use Renkos. Like right here, here's some settings. That's one of the hot spots that came up in some of my data exploration on the new strategy that we just got this week. So I've just been now starting to do the optimization work, all so I can put out data to my private Discord room and our users that says, hey, this optimization data is good for somebody going after a daily goal. This is optimization data if you want to let it rip and let that thing run, through all the primary trading hours of the day for that particular instrument. So that's the kind of data that I'm working with. I'm working on NQs now, and this weekend I'm adding in the ES. Then I'm going to move on and add in CL next, and then gold. And then after that, I'll do then YM probably, maybe RTY, and some other stuff. But right now, I want to get the NQ done, put that data in the room. From the brand new strategy where we added all kinds of features and additional capabilities, and then it's ES. And actually, it looks like on my 300K accounts, I might stop trading the NQ and I might completely move over to the ES from some data I'm finding. And it's all about, for me, I want to get in and get out as fast as I can each day and be done. Because if I'm going to be trading the ES on 300K accounts, I don't need to be I don't need to be sitting there in trades for 4 or 5, 6 hours. I want to go in and be done in 1.8 trades average and call it a day and go pop a Love Street or a Blue Moon and go do some backcountry flying or some adventure bike riding or some trail hiking or whatever. I want to minimize my exposure because the longer I'm exposed to the market, I'm putting at risk my prop accounts. And prop accounts to me are a threading the needle type of operation, and it's very sensitive. It's kind of like, I hate to say it, I'm not trying to badmouth prop accounts. Prop accounts, the amount of daily risk they give you to play with for the size of account is a joke. Like for instance, on a 300K account, only getting $6,500 a trailing drawdown, I think that's ridiculous. On a 300K account, my gosh, it should at least be 10K, at least 10K. For those that are, and I'm thinking more along the lines for those that are trading manual discretionary. But it's not. It's $6,500 trailing drawdown or a $7,500 max loss. So if I'm going to go in and go for 1100 or 1250-ish, maybe to as high as 1500 a day per account with NQs, I got to trade it pretty tight, and I'm going to be on some pretty good optimized settings. So I can go in and get out quick. So I can get to, let's say, my 1100 a day daily goal with about a 1400 a day daily loss limit. But what I want to see is that on average, let's say we have 21 trading days a month. Let's just say we only have 20 trading days a month. We'll take out, of course, the holidays and the weekends. I want to see for every 19 trading days wins, for every 1 day of a loss. 19 days of wins, a loss. If that's some of the optimization I'm trying to do. That way, it's very consistent and the revenue flows like clockwork. And I'm finding some data where I've had periods where the entire year I have a win every day, going for 1100 with a 1400 daily drawdown limit. So that's on one set of data. I have a feeling I'm going to end up finding about 4 or 5 sets of data that will get me to that. That's really strong. If I can just get it on one set of settings, that I don't like. I want to be able to do that on multiple sets of settings. Now I know I'm on something that's highly robust. And on a 150K account, I really want to go after 760. So, once the market gets me, short and does add 1, add 2, add 3, add 4, I'm trading MNQs. And as soon as it hits 760 and blips me out with slippage, I might be left every day with like 753 one day. Or the next day it hits my 760 profit objective. The next day I might, after slippage, be at 754. So in the end, I'm averaging about 750 a day plus, with about a $900 to $1,000 daily loss limit. That's kind of some of the optimization work I'm doing. I'm trying to find where I can get to my 760 a day and 150K account and have the lowest daily drawdown that's reasonable, and I can find multiple setting combinations that get me to that. Now, if I can only find one setting combination on one time frame that can get me 760 a day while risking 900, but I can find 5 settings where I can get 760 a day with risking maybe 1100, then that's fine. Then I'll move my daily risk up, but then I'll look at the 5 different time frame settings combos and see which one over the course of a year has the smoothest equity curve, and that's the one that I would deploy. So this is like a Rubik's Cube. There's all different ways of working with your iGrid indicator and automation to get to what you're trying to accomplish. Now, on a 300K account trading NQs, let's look at yesterday, for instance, on one of the settings that was kind of showing me some hot spots was on range bars. So long here, I have it come on at 7:32 U.S. Central Time. That way, if there's any 7:30 news, won't take any signal until there's something at 7:32 and 1 second or later. Took on a long trade, put on one position. Right away, we flipped to the short side. That one position came out at a loss. Then the second trade was short with 1 add, 2 add, 3 add, 4 add, and then boom, negating the initial loss on just one contract, but then getting in 1 contract, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then hitting. I was done in 2 trades. Okay, then today, 7:32, there was no trade signals literally till a little bit after 9 a.m. Had 1 short on the flip, add 1, add 2, add 3, add 4, and it was around the 920s. Yeah, it must have been somewhere right in here. It blipped out. That was a one and done day. So in the end, I'm doing 2 types of optimization, and there'll be a flood of data starting to hit our private Discord this weekend. So more good stuff ahead.